Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to May. Not my first May video, but the end of April was a busy one with lots of nice videos that I wanted to put out. So this is my April's roundup video. I'm gonna talk about my favorites, how my makeup month went, and my empties. I have a ton of them. Like, this bag is super full and heavy. So that is going to be the bulk of it, but I want to chat a little bit about what happened in my makeup life this month. I did much more makeup this month than usual, and I played with makeup more. So not doing makeup just for filming, but also for fun. And then you'll see those looks, so you have seen those looks on my Instagram, because I always put on a little bit of a concealer under the eye so that I can at least take a picture of it. Yeah, it was fun. I'm happy. I'm in a happy mood today, so that's why I'm like filming. A lot of the month actually centered around me reorganizing my single eyeshadow collection. If you missed those videos, I'll link them up here. I reorganized all of my eyeshadow by color. So I have palettes like this, for example, and my neutral eyeshadows by undertone. So I have palettes like this. They were difficult to do. The fact that I have squares and small pans and big pans in the same one is giving me a little bit of, I use anxiety with a very loose term. It's just giving me a little bit itches, but it's all fine. It's not really a big deal. That was fun and frustrating, but it also triggered me a little bit to play a little bit more with my single eyeshadows. And I did quite a few like single eyeshadow palettes. I duped the Rust palette and I didn't buy it. I'm very happy about that. And yeah, I did a nice BYOP for the springtime. That was also pretty. And yeah, overall, I used very different things that I cannot actually call my favorites, in the sense that it's stuff that I like and I use and I'm happy about it. It's nothing new. One thing that stood out to me this month was the Nabla Close-Up Foundation. I've been using this the whole month of April to use it up in my project pan, but I've been liking it actually. I think I have it on today, and I think it is a very nice natural finish foundation. The thing is that it actually dries a little bit darker than what it goes on. So I am using the shade L50, and my self tan is going off by now. It's a week and a half old, so my face is a little bit darker than my neck. But that is no problem. What I think happened was my skin was much less oily since using the different gel for 2 months straight, and I was loving it. And then this guy was lasting quite well. Nowadays that I've stopped using my different gel for a little bit, it's getting a little bit oily again, and I feel like the foundation is now breaking down a little bit faster. But I'm gonna try to get myself back on different gel as soon as possible. But I really like the finish of this. Anyways, that was one big, let's say, favorite of this month. And for the rest, I think we are gonna dive into my empties immediately, because there's a lot of stuff that I loved in there. So I'm gonna go through it. I also cleaned up my makeup room. I reset it for the summer. That video is also up. And looking through my things, I found this guy again. The BH Cosmetics 120 color palette, the 5th edition, that is at least 10 years old. Raise your hand if you had these. The 2-layer ones with different colors. I had multiples. Like, this was not my favorite. It was all purples and neutrals and pinks. I had one with a lot of greens that I loved, but it's time for this to go. I haven't touched it in, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years, but I used to love it a lot in the past. So this is in my empties because it's gonna go in the trash. It's so old. So old. Then, let me dump this out. 2 makeup items. One is my Dip Brow Gel in Auburn by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This was part of my project pan, and it is now finished, done, dusted. I talked about it more in my project pan update. And the other one is Mrs. This is a liquid lipstick by Colourpop, and it's gone bad. You can also see the shade, like there's a gradient and shade inside the tube. It's just, it smells bad. I'm sad, but I was applying it during my, if I could only pick 10, or my favorite spring lipsticks actually. That was a collab with Mariam, and yeah, it's bad. So that's going in the trash, and that's finished. For this month, a few declutters happened as well, but you'll see that video soon for my skincare. In the meantime, let's get into empties for the skincare. I finished my niacinamide brightening toner by Good Molecules, my hyaluronic acid by Good Molecules, and my niacinamide serum by Good Molecules. All three at the same time, because I started all three at the same time. They sent me a range skincare routine for combination oily skin. I reviewed it on my channel a while ago, and I've been using these non-stop every day since November, and now they're finished. I think that makes it a very nice way to see how long it lasts, so I can definitely easily go 6-7 months with these. I really enjoy the brightening toner. I would love to repurchase this at some point when I finish my other toners. I'm now using Paula's Choice balancing toner, and these two guys were nice, but I have a niacinamide serum from The Ordinary closed that I purchased before receiving this, and I also had another hydrating toner sitting around, and this guy was nice. It was a little bit sticky. I would use it at night on top of any retinol or acid that I was using. Another empty is The Ordinary Azelaic Acid Suspension 10%. This guy right here, I can only use as my last step in my skincare routine because it's quite silicone heavy, and it pills if I put anything on top of it or during the day or anything. So this was my final skincare step on days I wasn't using my different gel, and yeah, I feel like this actually works, and if it was in a different formulation I'd use it more often, but this is such a, it pills so much. Everything I put on top of it, even an oil or any base, like even a water-based serum, anything will make this pill. So I have to use this as the last step in my skincare routine. So I don't think I'm gonna repurchase it, but this is the second tube that I finished. Yeah, and then I finished an azelaic acid by Paula's Choice. So I like the ingredient, I don't like the formulation. I also finished my rose oil blend by Pixi. This is also something they sent me, and this was nice. It's not rosehip oil though. Like I thought it was gonna be rosehip oil. It's not. It's an oiled blend. I used it at night quite a bit actually. I think 6 drops or so as my last step for hydration, and yeah, I liked it, but I'm not going to repurchase it. I'd rather use pure rosehip oil than a blend like this. It was not particularly like special. From Pixi and the same range, I also finished the Rose Glow toner that was in the Rose Glow mist thing, and I wanted to keep it in here because and in this video to let you know that this mister is really good for the formula that's inside it, but I put the rose toner into this bottle and it didn't mist as good. It was actually, I was getting showered, not in a good way. I don't know. So I'm gonna throw the mister away as well right now because it doesn't work with another toner, so that's too bad. And yeah, that's it. I actually heard my friend Jo, she says that she uses her toners in actually the Fix Plus bottle. So once I finish my Fix Plus bottle, I will probably try that. I decided to finish some samples because I had them open, and I finished the Resist Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum with Vitamin C from Paula's Choice and the concentrate serum with retinol. So the one with vitamin C I use during the day, especially actually on holiday, and that's why I would take it with me, and that's why it was open. So I wanted to finish this one. It's quite it feels like silicone, but I don't think there's silicone in the formula, but it has that silicone-y feel, but it absorbs and it doesn't pill with this SPF on top, so I actually really like this. It's for all skin types. And then the Skin Balancing Super Antioxidant Concentrate Serum with Retinol. This is for normal, oily, and combination skin. And this one right here I would use at night. I didn't see great results with this, so I wouldn't repurchase it per se, but it was a nice feeling and my skin liked it, just not particularly a lot. What my skin loved and I am missing is this guy. It's finally finished. I talked about it in my favorites. It was doing really good for my skin. I still need to reach out to my doctor here in the Netherlands to see if he can prescribe it to me without me having to go to a dermatologist, because I have it and I used it and I think they should be able to prescribe it to me. But we'll see. That's how it worked with my anticonceptional pill, actually. I just call them up and say, this is what I have, can you prescribe it for me, continue the prescription, even though it's I had it in America or so. And yeah, this is mourned. As I said, my skin was so much less oily with this and I miss it. Now we finished skincare. Body care wise, I finished my Body Shop Coconut Nourishing Body Milk. This one comes with a little spray. It's all dingy, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. The sprayer actually would mean that it got a little bit everywhere, so I'm not a fan as much. I kind of prefer a lotion in a tube or with a pump, but even then, I think a tube is best because you can get everything that is inside it. I really like the smell of it. I like the very light milky texture. For me, that's very important because I don't have very dry skin and I hate, like my skin sweats when I use body butters. I really don't like that feeling, so I prefer something milky or jelly for my body. And I finished this guy. Then I tried a sample of Moulak Cranberry 10 Intensive Nourishing Mask. It has a bunch of oils in there, like blueberry oil, argan oil, moringa oil, acai oil, babasu oil, passion flower oil, it's like biological and organic and naturally derived and everything. It's a mask. I used it actually the last time I washed my hair a few days ago. I think I'm on day 3 now. And my hair feels good, but not particularly like life-changingly good. So I'm not gonna buy the full size, but it was okay. It was not particularly remarkable. And I finished, actually, this was in my project plan just when I filmed it a few days ago. I finished the Joico K-Back Color Therapy Restorative Styling Oil that I had put on in my project pan, but I've been using it also like in the evening when I come upstairs with my hair dry, not as a styler but more as a nourishing and healing product, and I really like this. Luckily I have one more that I have to finish that is quite old, and I really like this. I'm not sure it does great with curls because I feel like it actually loosens my waves a bit, and that's kind of goes against having waves at all, but you can see that now day 3 they're wavy but they're not really curly anymore. So yeah, I finished it very soon. One last product is the Origins Drink Up Intensive Overnight Mask. I love this. I've had it open for a bit long, but it has an opening time, a POW, period after opening, of 24 months. So you can actually go with this quite a long way. And I love this. My skin loves this. I mentioned it before, but I use it as a night cream when I go skiing, for example. Then my skin is outside all day, or I am outside all day and my skin is just being in the wind and cold. This is fantastic for that. Or in the sun, if I'm out in the sun and I feel my skin is a bit tight, I use this. Really happy with this one. I will be repurchasing it once I finish my other overnight mask that I have now from Paula's Choice. So really like this one. And finally, I finished another pack of wipes, but then again, yeah, this is when I swatch. That is what happens. Actually, I should be washing my hands. I have swatches from just pretty things, shiny things. So that was my empties for this month. it's a lot of product and a big part of my skincare routine actually finished. But it also triggered me to do a declutter of my skincare shelves. So you will be seeing that coming soon on the channel because, I thought I'd just share what I'm doing. I find it nice to watch people reorganize their collections and doing declutters. So I thought, why not? Since I'm doing it anyways, why not show you on camera? And I hope you would like that. And I'm curious to hear how your month of April went. We're slowly walking towards the end of quarantine and towards the end of this, I don't know, heavy period. We're still gonna have to be careful and not be too social. But I'm happy that especially Italy is having a little bit of a break and, sports outside is starting again. And I'm happy. I just heard my parents, like the change in their mood since they've been allowed out and walking in the mountains around the house where they live. They're just so happy with it that it makes me my heart is happy if they're happy. So yeah, that is that. This makeup look is not coming in a tutorial, but I'm gonna talk about the products that I used. It's a Dupe the Vibes palette. If you guess what it is, I've talked about it with a few of you already on Instagram. If you can guess what it is, let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.